Another meal, another day in Ho Chi Minh, another meal. As in my breakfast, looks rather conventional this time. This looks like the breakfast I ordered about 2 days ago, which is fine by me. My appetite's not super great. Everything's fine, and had a chat to the son of people who are in at the moment. There's a 77-year-old Viet. It was weird just before they were talking to the staff about his operation, and he was talking to them in English for some reason. They run they actually own a 10-storey building, and they rented out accommodation to international guests. And but that was just weird. I mean, why wouldn't you speak in Vietnamese? Well, just one of those, another mystical thing. Last night I actually had a meal. I actually finally got the use of chopsticks, but I just couldn't eat it all. There's a stack of rice. Oh, well, breakfast was fairly good, but exactly what I thought I'd ordered, which was a nice change. Not quite sure what this is. There's potatoes. There's a little bit of red. I don't know. Doesn't look too innocuous. Looks reasonably innocuous, and a salad and everything. Doesn't look too bad. I've got this obsession with giving you soy sauce with every meal. I'm not quite sure why, but anyway, this one looks like it's going to be okay. Okay, this is dinner on Monday afternoon. I'm not quite sure what I've ordered there, but it looks reasonable. I just can't remember. But that looks like it's a ham and maybe a pasta thing. Poor man's steak tartare there, which is probably just rice. And there's some soup, and that might be... looks like apple down the back there. And there's some biscuits and dry biscuits and soy milk. Always have your soy milk. I need the energy because I was driven crazy trying to book an airline ticket with Silk Air. I went through the process a number of times, which was frustrating in itself. And when I finally got to the payment screen, pushed it through, it came up with a final screen asking me for a code it had sent through my mobile. Unfortunately, I'd given them the Australian mobile number, not expecting this, and they don't allow you to change your personal details once you've done that, so I can't alter it to the Vietnamese mobile number. The most ridiculous design I've ever come across. So I might just say stuff them and take the long road back via Jetstar to Cairns. So stuff you, Silk Air. Terrible bloody payment option. You've just lost yourself a customer. Okay, it's Wednesday, the 10th day I've been here. Had a fairly rough day yesterday. I was hoping to leave yesterday, and they found out that I had some sort of infection in the intestine that I had to throw antibiotics at. But now I seem to be a lot better. I also had pain in the stomach, which had to be treated. So yeah, it was pretty bad. I've been told that maybe tomorrow will be the next chance I've got to get out of here. I just want to get home. It's just driving me nuts. But anyway, we'll just soldier on. I didn't eat that much food yesterday. I like more liquidy stuff. A lot of it came across as very dry to me. That won't be the case this morning because this is breakfast, and this is what hospital pho or whatever you want to call it, the famous Vietnamese soup looks like. And there's oranges there. Oranges are good, got no problem with them. So I should be able to finish this particular meal, which will be the first time for a day because I've cut down to about half portions, probably quarter portions of food. Yesterday I just couldn't stomach. I didn't even eat any breakfast yesterday. I just didn't feel up to it. But I'm feeling a lot better today. Wednesday, the 21st of March. Rare that I know the dates. I'm terrible at dates, but it's a great day. I thought I'd be in here minimum for one more night, but the doc turned up this morning and he gave me the thumbs up, and I'm able to leave now today, and so it's a real bonus. So I booked myself into a relatively upmarket hotel sort of pamper myself for a couple of nights before I take a flight home. Give me a chance to enjoy a little bit of my last few hours in Saigon. I'm feeling okay, so it should be all right to pop into the bars and say hello to Khan and other girls who looked after me over the years. It'd just be nice anyway. And I also get to see Richmond play their first game in the AFL. The bar, the actual hotel, is called Hol Sen, as in the Cambodian leader. I've actually stayed at that hotel, which is an older style hotel, but very chic. It's quite nice. And I really enjoyed it, but it gets booked out all the time. But they must have built a new version of it called the Annex. It gets very high ratings on booking.com. And it's not cheap, but, you know, I mean, I may not have to pay for it. Luckily, it might be under travel insurance, but I'll roll the dice on this one. I don't care. I think I need a bit of pampering, and it's just going to be so good to be able to leave the confines of the hospital and to soak up the atmosphere. The only next step I've got to get over now is to get a travel agent to book a ticket with Silk Air, because I just couldn't finalise the transaction. I tried because on the final step of payment, it requires you an SMS ID number. Now, I'd already put in my home number, which is I don't have roaming on. I tried to look into roaming today, but you have to do it about a week before you leave on your trip for it to be activated. And secondly, with my particular provider, which is Aldi Mobile, they don't include Vietnam in the list anyway. So that was a non-starter. So I can't make the booking because I can't pay, but I've got a flight with Silk Air, which would mean I don't have to fly as many legs. It'll cost more, but I don't care. I just want to keep this simple. I don't have to go through Bali immigration on the way back to Cairns. I want to avoid all that crap. Just go to Singapore and then get my flight through Silk Air directly back to Cairns. Fingers crossed I can make that happen. I don't see why not. I don't see why a travel agent here couldn't do it for me, but I haven't used one like that for years. Well, we'll see how it goes. But I'm very, very happy boy. Oh, well, I'm supposedly leaving this place, but guess what happens? Lunch arrives. So, I don't know, I'll have a bit of it. I won't eat it all, that's for sure. But this is going to be more protracted getting out of here than I was led to believe. Big surprise. So I imagine I won't be out of here till about early afternoon at the earliest. I was getting a little concerned there that maybe they'd reversed their decision on letting me go today, but I don't think that's the case, considering that the drug man has just showed up with my antibiotics and probiotics and pain relievers. So it looks as though we're in the final stretch. Wonderful. So then the room will be vacant to my co-patient, who a 77-year-old Viet who just had stomach cancer operation. But apparently he's doing well, and he was very lucky where it occurred. And they think they've removed it all, and he should be in decent shape, which is pretty good for someone 77. I mean, it's all bonus years when you get to that level, and so, yeah, quite impressed. Please consider subscribing to my channel if you think there's anything there of use to you, or entertainment or whatever. And either do that or give me a thumbs up, or if you're feeling really energetic, do both. That'd be great. But please don't ignore me. That's the worst thing you can do on YouTube, is be ignored.